Elliot was Googling it, trying to find a pattern on how to do it on the internet. That's 100% what he was doing.
How many viewers do you have right
now? 0. I just restarted it.
Oh.
My live stream, in July, my entire YouTube had 3.2 million views. I was getting about 600 people at a time in my chat. All of July, I was just getting increase in views. And I woke up on August 1st, and there were only 30 people in my chat. And that's how it's been ever since. I don't know what happened, if I got, like, shadow banned for, like, you know, speaking out against the government or something. Stupid. Yeah, I'm shadow banned, but for sure, like, and I messaged YouTube about it, and they were like, they gave me the runaround, but, we'll see. Something was going on with it just a bit ago. I don't know what's going on. It's, it'll only send out 3 notifications per day to your followers if they have, even notification bell selected. It'll only send out 3 a day, and I've already done 3. My last live, I just had loaded was glitching, so in some way, and it's going to take the people who are still in that live stream that's like stuck on a glitch to realize that I've reloaded another live stream, but they're starting to come in. Someone was just in here, so though.
Did I tell you how much I made that month doing yard work? So I did yard work for the month of August, and I was saving up for that PC. My dad said however much I made, he would match.
That's cool.
I made $750.
Oh crap! That's as a parent, when you're like, oh my.
Yeah, he expected it to
be
take
like
me
100
like
or 50 bucks
a year.
Yeah.
And
he walked door to door pushing that lawnmower all up these hills for like day after day.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I was glad he worked for it like that.
I'm proud of you.
And I still got like my dad ended up giving
they're streaming in. They're coming in.
Give me a little bit back, and then
pick a spot. Pick a spot.
Here, as long as it's a clear spot, he's good.
Nope.
It's got to be. Oh, my cat always puts her butt right on that. Never fails. It's always on the mouthpiece.
And then also I've got a monthly allowance for helping out around the house. Like I helped around the house before, but I just help out extra now.
Yeah, that's good.
And so that helps too. But there's one guy, he lives just down our street. He moved out while I was in Missouri, but I ended up making like $100 from him from one job.
Cool.
I was staining some wood for like 2 hours. And do you know what staining is?
Yeah, absolutely. I love it.
The wood not rot. That was my first time doing it. I did a pretty darn good job.
Good. I'm proud of you.
But I made $100 from that. But from that guy, he was for sure my highest paying so-called customer. But why'd you look at me in the death look?
I'm parting her hair in a fun.
I didn't mean to. No, I'm fine.
No, she was looking at it fun, and I said something about my highest paying customer, and she did this.
Oh, probably just looking in your direction while hitting that.
Sheesh.
She's ready to kill you.
I probably got like $400 from him.
Dude, that's crazy. I'm so proud of you.
How old are you?
Wait, how old are you?
No.
How old are you? 12? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh my god, you're like a man now.
That's why I left earlier. I was supposed to have a job, but I got a job for a guy who's like just a little bit down the Foxhole.
Mom, our boys are growing up.
I know it.
He was literally the age that Elliot is now. 8 though, because Elliot was 4 or 5, and he's now 12. Elliot's 9. So like it's like been just that many years.
I remember he kept begging me for one of my toy cars.
Oh my god, he would still do that.
I'm sure he would.
Yeah, he would. He loves he's obsessed with toy cars. That's all he wants to do is just literally he wants to possess every Hot Wheel on the planet. He does.
I'm like, as long as I got my PC and my piano, I'm fine.
Well, see, I'm kind of like really strict about that kind of stuff. I don't let him like watch cartoons. I don't let him watch like TV shows. I don't let him watch YouTube. He was allowed to watch YouTube a little bit before, but he ruined that for himself. But so like he doesn't really have access to that kind of stuff. Also, I live like off grid, So we don't have like access to technology. At his dad's house though, his dad is more, he roughhouses with dad. They go on bike rides. They do computer stuff. They play like emulators. He got some emulator thing for the Wii that you actually take the SD card out of the Wii or something like that.
That's like the one console I'm not familiar with is Wii, because I could tell you what it was if it was any other console, but I just never played Wii.
I never really played Wii either. I definitely played like Super Nintendo and stuff.
Yeah,
but he got that too. He got the Super Nintendo emulator and a Nintendo emulator all in the same like zip file. And so they're able to play Mario Kart, they're able to play like Donkey Kong and all the good ones. And that's oh my god. Is that an emulator? Or is that a Nintendo official?
No, it's an emulator.
That's so cute.
Or no, sorry, this is Nintendo. My fault. I have a Super Nintendo emulator, like in my room.
Oh my god, I didn't know they made those. I remember when they came out with it was like not the first PlayStation, but the second. It was like the PS1 or something.
We've got one of those.
It was the silver one that was really skinny and.
Well, we've got a black one. Where'd it go? Oh.
Where'd my yellow clip go?
This guy right here.
Yeah, it was like really tiny like that, and I remember being like, "Wow, look how tiny this thing is."
We've got the PS1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Oh my goodness.
We've got 2 PS4s.
Well, you've got teenage boys or like adults now.
Well, I got
in this house.
Because I don't know whose
All
the
aged.
PS1, 2, and 3s are, and then the 2 PS4s are my brother Sam's, and then he has a PS5 and I have a PS5. I'm the only one in the household who has a PC, but
Dude, I can still smell Sam's cologne. I cannot believe how good that smells.
It's delightful.
Johnny Depp, it's the Johnny Depp Dior Sauvage. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that perfume looks. I remember I watched that whole case, the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing. I'm a big justice person, so it really was nice to watch that. But I remember when he got that and everyone was talking about the perfume and I was just like, oh yeah, it's probably some crappy perfume. It's like they're trying to hawk it because they're taking advantage of the fact that Johnny Depp's, the darling in in the public eye right now. But I can't believe how good that smells. It literally, he had to have gone in there to the perfume people and was like, I want to smell like that smell when you burn incense in your room every day. And then you walk in after leaving for a little while and it's just like, not the smell of the incense burning, the smell of the room afterwards.
see, he gives no care. So
yeah,
if he gets held like that for a little bit, he starts to care. But just upside down.
What a good boy. What a good boy. My cat is just like feisty, but she's also, still kitteny, kind of. She's only like a year and a half.
See, Isa.
That little one you guys have got is quite little hellion.
Yeah, apparently they found him.
I know, I can't believe that. That's called the cat redistribution system.
His poor tail's like all.
He might be a Bob brand.
A what?
There's a genus of cats called the Bob. They're like literally have bobtails. Yeah, so he might have like it's something else. It's called like the Scottish Bob or something like that. I can't remember.
He looks like just a little tuxedo cat. But
I know, and he has a little white mustache.
he looks like Memphis, just tiny, but yeah. The only other person in our family as of right now who has a PC is Jolie. And my PC is better than his.
It's just funny that's like where you're like, yeah, my computer's better.
I mean, it sort of is a flex when my brother, who's like 20, how old is he? He's 22. And my PC's better than him. I'm 12 and I bought half of mine. It's like,
well, you also just recently got your stuff and he probably got his like a few years ago.
yeah,
And I'm telling you what, that like my husband and I, Elliot was only like, so this is in 2016 or 2017. We spent like $1,000 building him the like toppest, baddest, you know, just bestest thing. And he built it all himself.
You know, back then it's probably like you got the
well, it's actually, the computer still holds up today, but it's still like it's not like, you know, top tier, but it's still, he can still use it to play video games today, which is crazy to me.
Are you familiar with PCs at all? Like
not
specs?
No, not names, no. But I am, you know, if you say things, I will be like understanding what you say, but I wouldn't be able to just name off things. No.
Like his graphics card is probably a big thing.
Yes, he does. We got a really good graphics card, and we got also a lot of we got a motherboard with like multiple slots for additional memory, RAM.
Do you know what his graphics card was? Like, no. Okay, because his was probably something like a 4010 if I had to guess. And mine's at right now is a 4070.
It's so cute. Like literally, like his obsession with the computer thing is like it's parallel to Elliot. Talking to you about computer stuff is literally like having a conversation with my child about like a junkyard car or something like that.
Yeah, it's just
It's your passion. You love it, and it makes me happy. I'm just so proud of you.
So
especially
a year
when
ago,
you get that job, that work.
A year
That's
ago,
not common today.
I was saving up for a PS5 because you know I was dumb and I didn't think to get like a PC that could do all that.
You weren't dumb. You were naive.
There you go. The first console I ever really had, console, not phone, was the Nintendo Switch, which was my brother Jolie's, and it eventually just was mine because he never used it.
They're happy eating.
And then that's in my room.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I was saving up for a PS5. I was like halfway there, so like $250. And then one day, my parents just bought it. I was like, oh, okay, I'll take it. And then just last August, it took me about a month of pretty consistent work. Yeah, at first I just started going with my friend, and we started with our street, and then we branched off to other streets. I've gone through at least 10 different streets by now. Each house being checked, and coming back to a few houses. And then he started being rude. I've always had problems with him. He's not very nice. He's immature.
Mm-hmm.
So I stopped doing work with him. And so I just kept doing it. And yeah, Corey, that's the guy who's just on the street, but he unfortunately left. What?
Oh, I was just thinking of what neighborhood I was in for a second.
He paid a lot. He was paying like $30 an hour. Which is a lot, because you know.
Yeah.
More than when I'm making more than minimum wage.
I mean, you yeah, that's like, I was just gonna say, you're 12 years old making $30 an hour. Like most adults would really want to make that amount.
Right. But that was just from him. Most jobs, I usually tried to work by job just because I worked really quickly. Your camera?
Oh yeah.
I
just realized I hadn't been breathing.
God.
I was concentrating so hard on how to spell this all at once.
Your mother is autistic and she doesn't know it yet.
I feel like I've done that too. Just like focus on stuff. When I'm in like intense situations that aren't even like, it's not that intense. Like I'm not feeling intense, but I'll just start like holding my breath and be like,
yeah, I do the same thing. I'm just like, it's so funny. So like,
it's weird. I cast manual breathing. You now are aware that your clothes are touching your skin.
Oh my god. Yes.
Those videos are so horrible. But I was originally, the whole big reason I was trying to get a PC is because there's a game I really wanted to mod. And then 5 days, like I'm not even joking, 5 days before I got my PC, the publisher of the game, EA, they make Sims, or they own Sims.
Yeah.
They released a note that said that they released an anti-cheat. And so I can't mod it now.
You can't do the thing that you were gonna do?
Yeah, I can't mod it now. And that was the whole thing. Mods are dangerous in themselves, but
Yes.
I mean, you know, I was messing with a little bit today. Fortunately, I didn't really get very far.
As long as you protect your computer, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, I like playing like games with my friends. There's games that I play with my friend Makai. We were gonna play with tonight, but apparently his finger got all jacked up at co-op today.
My gaming fingers messed up.
No, he said it might be broken. Like I saw it was all bloody when I was there.
Gross.
So we'll see. But there's a game I got last night. Like I said, it was that the content warring game.
Mm-hmm.
And that one's pretty fun. And you're like weird robot things, but you gotta go into your spaceship with the video camera. And it's got proximity chat, which makes it even more fun.
What's that mean?
Proximity chat is like basically
You talk to whoever's near you?
Yeah.
Got it.
And I'm just playing with him, so like I would like lose him, and then I would be alone for a minute, and then I would all I would hear from the distance is just like real quiet, Maddox, because he's like getting absolutely just destroyed by something. So we get speaker for his speaker. And McKinnerman looking at the chicks.
Oh, he wants a new little friend.
My little chicks.
Mm-hmm. Chips.
Little chicks.
Potato chicks.
Look at his
Right?
little-
No, but recently I've been liking like horror games because when I was, you don't like them? Do they scare you?
Just don't like stuff like
What are you doing? What do you have? Horror what?
Games.
What games are you playing that's a horror game?
Like 2.
What one? Does Dad know?
Yes.
Hmm.
And one of them isn't really a horror game.
those horror games.
Very
I don't like
suspicious,
stuff.
Alright,
son.
3.
Do you want any of these, Heather?
Gosh, Mom.
Maybe.
The first one that I got was Phasmophobia, which is the fear of ghosts. And I've still got that one.
Well, I have Phasmagoria.
Phobia. I don't know what Goria is, but yeah. But you gotta there's all sorts of tools that you can use, like EMF readers and such, and you gotta locate the room of the ghost, and then you gotta gather evidence with different stuff. But when I was younger, when I was 7, there was it's not a horror game, and it wasn't my fault.
Both of the moms
Mom
are
looks
just
at
like
me.
both. We're both
Mom
looking
looks
at
at
you
me.
like
I wasn't paying one word of attention to anything you said.
horror.
Out of this whole conversation you guys have had, I've heard 2 things. Horror and my fault. That's all I've heard. And
it
both times I
wasn't
looked
my
up.
fault.
Right, wasn't my fault.
Okay, because there was a voting between which movie we should watch when I was 7.
Mm-hmm.
And it was between Meg, you know, the Megalodon movie.
Okay, I remember that. Yes.
That one.
Mhm.
The Mask with Jim Carrey.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I voted for that. 'cause
I
like
always
funny
vote for that
stuff.
one.
And then Signs.
Okay, that's not too bad scary. It's a little bit scary though. The part where it's a little
whole
bit
thing
scary.
was scary when I was 7.
It is a little bit scary, yeah. It's
And of course,
scary.
everybody voted for Signs.
Yeah.
And so I watched there, and I
It's
had
just not
nightmares for,
conventionally a horror movie, you know. It's like a thriller.
But it was scary to me at that
Yes,
time.
yes,
I had
well, it's
horror.
thrilling.
I had horrible dreams for a long time.
Alan likes Jaws and stuff. That stuff
Jaws
scared
isn't
me.
scary.
I scared me, but you also are raised in the thing where they have, the stuff looks literally real, you know.
Yeah.
So that stuff, the gory campy stuff that looks so fake, looked real then.
Yeah, and I was 7, so I
Because
couldn't
we had
really-
strong imaginations then.
So
Our imaginations were much stronger then.
So I watched that, and then but just recently when I was with my dad's, we watched The Quiet Place, and it didn't really scare me, and now I've been getting, it was,
I don't like that.
Phasmophobia was that one ghost hunting game, and then there's the Backrooms game, called Escape the Backrooms. Have you heard of the Backrooms? Okay. Fake thing. And then,
Oh, this color blended perfectly the way when I did it, the blending of the two together before.
and then,
I'm sorry.
I blended the two together first, and it just looks really great.
You like it? Okay, awesome.
It's, No, I mean like it literally looks like your color.
Perfect.
Perfectly.
Awesome. Thank you.
Perfectly, sorry.
You're good. And then content warning. I don't even think it's supposed to be a horror game, but it's like got an eerie feeling. It's a lot like Lethal Company, which is like I've never played it, but I know it's a lot like Lethal Company.
Bad company.
But do you like adventure games?
I don't like any games.
Well,
This
that's
Sim
unfortunate.
City thing is literally just the last 3 days of my actual life. I played the Sims in 2000 when it first came out. Listen, I downloaded it on Napster, okay, because I was not about to pay $50 for a video game, so I like, back in the early 2000s, you could get anything on the internet for free, and it was just you had to wait for a really long time because it was on 56K internet. So it took me 3 days to download The Sims. It was 800 megabytes. Downloaded The Sims, started playing it, and then it was like they were speaking that Sim language, and I was like, "Are you kidding me, dude? I just downloaded this game 3 days and I got some funky language now. I have to re-download the game. And I re-downloaded the whole game on 56K, 800 megabytes, 3 days. Only to realize, wait, they're speaking the Sim language.
And then you realize that 800 megabytes could be done like that nowadays.
Nowadays, yeah.
Now you got gigabytes and so 100 gigabytes is 1 terabyte.
My phone holds 500 gigabytes.
What phone do you have?
iPhone 16.
Okay. Wait, you have the 16?
Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah, I did.
They sent it to me.
Huh.
But I was due for an upgrade, so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, I had the 14 or maybe the 13 Pro Max, and I really wish I had not upgraded, but they were doing that thing that they do where they like make your shit stop functioning properly if you don't once they get like 4 upgrades past you, your device becomes like really difficult to function.
800 gigabytes is a lot for a phone. My PC has 2 terabytes, which is 200 gigabytes.
Yeah.
My
phone, actually, there was one, my tablet or laptop, MacBook has a terabyte inside of it.
It's pretty good.
That's crazy.
But for what you pay for a MacBook,
I just remember buying a computer, like a Gateway, in like 1998 that had like, I think, like 400 megabytes on it.
But like a MacBook nowadays goes for like $3,000, which is insane. Because my PC was $1,700, so like. And I'm getting the same amount of storage and...
Yeah, I was going to buy myself one and I changed my mind. I'm borrowing my ex-husband's now.
Want to know what I'm missing? Portability.
Yeah.
Not much.
Yeah, it does suck.
Not a big downside, honestly.
If you just don't like really do your video gaming outside of the dwelling anyway. If you're just doing it in your room, for the most part, it's no sense in having something...
Yeah.
It's better to have all that space and the capability to expand.
Yeah, and I've got a nice setup. Like... a nice setup, because most people don't have that kind of. The only thing that sucks is that apparently the desk that I'm using is my sister's, and she's just letting me use it until she moves out. Just rude.
There's some pretty cheap desks on Temu.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm terrible about that. Don't say anything. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no offense.
I'm so sorry.
But I'm not shopping on Temu.
Yeah, so I've said that I won't do it either. Honestly, I only just like I think when I moved into the tent, downloaded and looked at it for the first time.
It's
I bought it's great. The things I got were absolutely great, but they are absolutely like tiny, cheap, pared down versions of like something you would get at Walmart or something. Normally, so I bought a dresser, and instead of being like press board, with like vinyl stuff on top. What is it like? The stuff that peels off. I can't remember the word for it. It's like that countertop, basically.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
It's like that. It's like the cheap furniture with like that kind of stuff on it. Instead of that, it is like the frame will be a piece of that on metal poles, and then the drawers will have like a facing on them that looks like wood patterning, but they're really cloth bins.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a cool dresser.
Huh.
I'm living in like a bell tent, like a yurt thing. So it really is perfect for what I needed it. I mean, I only paid $30 for it, and it's a whole ass dresser. You know?
Yeah,
A whole ass dresser.
pretty much.
And I got a freaking for $160. I was able. Someone ordered it for me and my kiddo, but it's like a pull-out bed.
Okay.
But it's a chair, like a recliner chair, kind of. So when you pull out bed, it's just like a little twin single.
That's kind of cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Yeah, like I mean, like some of the shit I got was like, you know, I wasn't expecting much, so I was very, very pleasantly surprised.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, but
I've seen
I like
different things on there, and I've always been curious. I'm like, is Tina a thing?
It-
I get
it-
the ads all the time.
I would do it on a device that isn't on your phone, because the minute you do it, you will be inundated. They're the worst with the ads, like, because if you're already getting Temu ads, they've already got their eye on you. You know, they're always like, ha ha ha.
The
But-
AI algorithm knows.
Yeah, but I will say that if you have very, very low expectations or you're going into it, you know, I got like a free, like if I spent $40, I got all these things for free or whatever, and like one of them was like a little like stone-like statue, and it was
Okay.
like $2, and so I'm like, oh, like a little stone-like statue, or whatever, and then when I got it, it was like this big, you know what I mean? It's like that kind of
Oh.
stuff, you know, or like I got a macrame wall hanging, and it's like literally like this big. You know,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's just like they're tiny. It's like almost like, oh my god, this is like a comical version, or like you know, that's like a bizarro version of
Yeah.
stuff.
So the advertising isn't like.
So I checked them.
It's technically accurate, but it's
Okay.
just like on miniature.
I see.
You know, it's like when you're like, wow, that chair set is really cheap.
Mhm.
$8 for an entire table and chairs, and you get it, and it's literally miniatures for like a miniature house. You're like,
Oh.
I didn't look at the dimensions. It's kind of like that.
I see. That's hilarious.
I bought a round table that was like supposed to be like a single. In the photo, there was like a laptop on it and then like some other things. But when I got it, then I got the table. It's like supposed to be a round table that you can put like pillows around. When I got the table, it's literally this big. Like you know.
I just stepped weird.
But yeah,
I stepped
so
weird
enter
right
in
before
with
she
super
got
low
here,
expectations,
and I like
and you might be
pinched something
pleasantly
and it's
surprised.
hurting
Nice,
all
okay.
this, and so I'm like,
But at the same time, like, you know, don't really give to those fast production
Yeah, go to
scam
Amazon.
scumbags. Really, Amazon's bad enough.
Yeah.
On your next break, you should come check out my little setup.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, I will. I guarantee you, I will look at your little setup, but I probably won't do it tonight because we really have a lot to do. Like, I'm already.
Well, if you do have a break.
The cool part about your hair being fine on the finer side is that it'll be a lot faster, you know, than, you know, someone like who has like a super duper thick freaking
I'm sure it's a lot more
bajillion
work.
hairs. Yeah,
Like
it's
mine.
100 dreads. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's insane.
Mine's everywhere.
Seriously, holy shit.
Elliot had 100 dreads in his hair. In his head, 100. I shaved off. I shaved the underside of his hair.
100?
Yes, I
The
shaved
most
the
I've had
underside of
been
his
40,
head. The mo-
maybe 41.
I have 28 or 32, somewhere like that.
How many do you think I would get?
Maybe like 65, 70, maybe more than that though. Your hair is probably a lot thicker.
My hair's pretty thick.
Yeah.
It's all combed down right now, brushed down right now. So
Elliot's hair, like when it's short, it won't even. You can't style it. It just is so thick
You want
that
to
it just stands straight up. You know.
I can style mine a little bit, but
You good?
But yeah, your hair's pretty thick. You
My
definitely have
hair-
a lot.
my hair used to be like I'm burning your eyes out now, kind of blonde,
Mm-hmm.
like intense.
Yep. You got the darker blonde hair now.
I've got the dirty blonde hair now.
Mm-hmm. Elliot's hair is literally still that color.
But yeah.
But so's my color though. My hair, that's my hair color, is like just clear blonde.
Oh, and you just dyed it.
Yes, it's red henna. Indeed. I think that red looks better with my skin tone and my eye color.
Sure. It's really
I tend to,
really great with your eyes.
because I am so blonde with like blonde eyebrows, blonde eyelashes, blonde hair, on my head, I look very washed out. There's like no dimension to my face. It's just a blank canvas. And so giving myself just even a little bit of color on my head makes a big difference.
Yeah.
You start that.
Got it.
No, I know, right? You're gonna spread it.
I woke up early, okay? I went to bed late. I'm also just changed time zones.
I did stay up late last night. I was playing Sims last night until like midnight. No self-control. But see, this is the thing, is like I'll play Sims obsessively for like I'll even probably spend a little bit of money doing it, and I will do it for like maybe a week.
Yeah.
And then I will not touch it again for like 4 years.
That's how the grinds go.
Oh, I forgot to call Elliot while I was on my break.
Like I said,
Oh, we can break again.
Yeah, and then you can check out
I'll
my
get a
little,
drink.
my little stuff. Give your son a call. Where's the beep beep? Is he locked out?
There's a dog behind me.
He wants out, but he took back because he can't go up. Is the beep beep locked up?
Yes.
Oh no. Gosh. He'll just sit there. Oh my gosh. Not Issa, don't you start it because you're real obnoxious.
I still can't get over how good quality this hair is.
I'm so glad.
Like, I cannot. If I had regular hair, like, I would sew that into my head so fast.
Well, I'm really glad that worked out then.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I say, it's...
And the curly texture, like, I don't know, man. This is just a whole other, like...
In a good way?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. I like the curly texture. I'm feeling as if it's, like, it really does go a lot further than the straight stuff. Like, I'm just, like, thinking to myself, like, how much time and money could have been saved by just ordering a curlier texture hair,
and how far I would have gone.
Like, yeah, and like how pretty the tips would have always been, and just like instead of straight, I'm just like, oh my god, live and learn. But like I've always been like, clients come to me and be like, hey, what should I do? And I'm just like, oh, I can tell you what I've learned how to do. But I'm not very an inventive person in that way, so like people need to come to me and give me some fucking ideas. Like I learned this from just like getting sick of trying to curl those tips, and I was like, why don't we just get a curly texture? I guess it's just maybe doing more extension work, I guess, in general. But I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell anybody who did your hair. You can, but you...
I know you're not doing it for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Nope. You're definitely one of the only ones. But you kind of already just grandfathered in. I mean, well, you're also my actual friend in real life, but like, you're already grandfathered in, really. Because, you were just one of the clients that were already regular client maintenance when I decided I was done, so... It's you and I think maybe 3 other people. 2 other people. One of them cut their dreads off. Oh yeah, so it was you and Shelly. Both of you guys cut your dreads. I was going to try to get you guys to meet. Because she was like coming over to the she was red pilling herself a little bit.
Oh, I sort of remember you telling me about her now.
Mm-hmm. And she's like a lesbian from the country. She's from the South. And she's so sweet. I just love her so much. But we're kind of like, I was kind of like tipping her over to the, the red pill side a little bit. It was kind of like white pilling her a little bit, black pilling her, whatever you want to call it. And then she ended up shaving her dreads and like went really intensely in the other direction. I was shocked, but I am happy for her because she seems to be, doing like a lot of self-work and stuff, which is like what I am that's what I want to see is just, I don't care what you do with yourself, you know, if you're on drugs, as long as you're doing your self-care, trying to like become your best self no matter what. Like, you know, you can have your vices.
Girl, she changed her name, but isn't that her?
Yes, that's her.
Oliver Sudden?
Weird. She's probably in the Reddit. I guarantee you anything that she's in the hate chat about
Really?
me. I bet you anything. Just based on my personal experience with like who tends to pop in there and stuff like that, you know?
Mm.
Whoa, go back to that. I want that. That sink.
The sink. Oh, yeah.
That's AI, but I want it.
Anyways, I can't remember what her name was, but that's
I can't
definitely
either, but
that's
that's definitely
definitely
her.
who Rick. So you had done her hair, and that's how I knew to get my hair done by you.
Yes, that's how we
Okay.
met.
I just wish I could remember what was her name.
Her
It
actual
was
name. I know.
with an R. But anyway,
I think it was like Rihanna or something.
it's so
I really
close.
think it was something like that. Rihanna, Deanna.
I think it definitely.
But I think it was an R.
An R, yeah. It'll come to us.
Yeah. But you know what? It just goes to show, like, she tried to cause some chaos and start some trouble. And then she's the one that's, like, forgotten. And we're, like, besties. Elliot called. Yeah, you know, Julie, it's so hard to find a good person to do dreadlock work. It really is. It's so hard. Abigail, it can take anywhere between 8 to 25 hours. Just depends.
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing this since like 1 or 2. But we took a long break in between. And she's got a baby, so we like, you know.
When we took no breaks that time, it took you a little more than 13 hours, and we took no breaks.
No breaks, yeah.
Yeah. And my hair's rather fine.
Yeah, your hair's fine.
It's still a hell of a long time.
I figured it was going to take me 12 hours. I figured 6 today and 6 tomorrow. You know, that was like kind of what. Oh, yeah, and I had to wash the hair and dry it too earlier. So that did take a little bit longer of not actually getting any work done. But I'm actually much faster now than I was then. I know that.
I feel like you're zipping through.
I am going a little bit faster. But also, I'm telling you, this hair is really doing me a lot good.
Good. It's easier to work with or better to work with.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
It really is. I'm gonna do some pre-mixing. Oh yeah, put on the now that your son and I aren't gossiping. Oh, it's the guinea pigs too.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes they pick on each other and make those noises if one's better than one.
I used to be able to speak guinea pig.
Oops, I forgot are they outside?
Yeah, I think Maddox was out there with them, but I don't think he is now, maybe. There's definitely a tiny dog outside.
Come on. Let's go. Good babies. Come on. Oh, okay. Come on. Stitch, anything to eat or drink?
Nope.
Okay. Hi, Interness. Where have you been?
Uh-oh.
Okay. You couldn't have been in the bathroom eating cat food because the door's shut. But you look real super sus. Go lay down.
Every time he
Go on.
normally walks out like
Yeah,
that. he's-
yeah, I know. I
done
don't, he's
something.
licking his lips. I don't know what you've been up to, but I don't like it.
Whatever you were doing, you're making me nervous.
Bring them in. Where were you, huh? Mr. Moose. I'm finding it. Sorry, I saw one earlier that I thought would be good because it was like a domestic thing.
Huh?
I found one earlier that was like a domestic one, and I'm just trying to find it again.
What?
Didn't you say the kickoff?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Moose, let him go.
Little bit more brown in this one 'cause it's higher.
Do you remember that news stories about that Gabby Petito?
Yes.
Do you know much about that?
I know. Yes, I do.
Okay.
But go ahead. Yes.
Okay, there's one on her, but if you already know much about it, then.
I followed that case pretty closely.
Okay.
But it kind of was like a dud because, you know, he ended up taking his life, and then like the parents were just going after each other at that point, and it's just
Finnegan,
really sad.
get out. Go in. I want you to go and lay off.
The two people whose like were the reasons it was, you know, went down were gone, and now everyone else in their lives were having to like pay the repercussions of those actions, you know?
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. Oops, I forgot to drop that.
Do you know about Ed Kemper?
Ed Kemper?
Yeah, that old serial killer.
It wasn't kid stuff?
No, but college girl.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not so bad about like just, you know, your basic
You're
like
talking
rape
about, like,
and murder.
innocent children, yes.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure because I mean,
I don't like
sometimes-
sex stuff with kids.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't like sadistic sex things. I don't
Yeah.
want to hear.
I don't
like,
want to hear evil stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to hear every gory detail of how, like, you know, oh, then he took her pants down and spread her leg. Like,
No,
that kind
and
of
this
shit,
is
just like,
no, and this is like I think it's like the #1 podcast in America for crime, and so it's pretty tasteful. They're careful about how they say what they say. They're
Okay.
never like trying to like do shock factor stuff.
Yeah. Okay, cool. We'll see if we can.
Happened to Ada Herodine?
Okay, let me get to it.
FAIR. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by providing it to save 50%.
Sorry.
It's about evil that security camera. That's simplysafe.com/crime junkie. There's no safe like Simply Safe. Hi, Crime Junkies. I'm your host, Ashley Flowers. And I'm Britt. And the story I want to tell you
Yeah.
today is about evil
Yeah.
that manifests young. This particular evil has been studied quite a lot over the years, and there's a lot to be said.
I can
the
still
whole
smell the
nature
perfume
versus
in the
nurture
air,
debate. What
and it
shapes us as
smells
kids and
so
makes
good.
us
I
who we
literally
are,
can't
and
get over this, how
we
good
as
smelling
humans
that.
can overcome the worst
It's called
childhood traumas.
Dior
But every once in a
Sauvage.
while, the
So
worst
good.
Circumstances don't just come from outside forces.
Try it.
They come from within.
If
Diodora.
Murder
if you have not smelled that Johnny Depp cologne,
of Ed
you need to.
Kemper.
That's a good Mr. Moose.
No, yes, Johnny Depp from 21 Jump Street, but the perfume that he just came out with, or it's Dior Sauvage. It's the cologne that he's doing the advertising for.
On the other line is a 15-year-old boy named
Okay.
Edmund Kemper III, who tells them
Oops, sorry.
On August 27, 1964, police in North Fork, California get a strange phone call. On the other line is a 15-year-old boy named Edmund Kemper III, who tells them something unthinkable, that he's just murdered his own grandparents. Now, North Fork is this super rural area in the Sierra Mountains, sort of smack dab in the middle of the state. It's farm country, not super exciting, and things like this don't happen here. I mean, really, as far as the police are concerned, things like a teenage boy murdering his
Can you turn
grandparents
down
in
one
cold
notch?
blood don't happen anywhere.
Her voice is
And
really
yet,
hard.
as soon as they get out to the Kemper farm, there's
How's
Ed,
that?
who everyone calls
That's
Ed,
great.
waiting
I mean, it doesn't even have to be
patiently
that low.
for
Just that,
rescue.
like, literally, it was just one, like,
Naturally, the first question the police ask him is why
tone.
he
I
did
don't
it.
know how to explain
Ed
Mhm.
says that he killed them because he was mad
Too
at the
much.
world. But he doesn't stop there. He says he also killed them because he wanted to see what it felt like to take a life. Simple as that. Police are chilled to the bone by how calmly Ed is saying all of this. Almost as if committing a double homicide is just an average part of his day.
It smells so
Now, since
good.
he's already confessed, Ed keeps going, and the whole terrible story unfolds. According to Ed, it started after a fight with his grandma Maud when his grandpa, who's also named Ed, was out running errands. Now, our Ed and Maud had a tense relationship, and the fight escalated when she tried to take his gun away. That gun was a Christmas gift from his grandpa, and he didn't want to give it up. So instead of giving it to her, he wound up shooting her in the head right there in the kitchen of their farmhouse. And then he shoots her a couple more times in the chest just to make sure she was dead. According to an article on Crime Library's website, Ed goes on to tell police that he killed his grandfather so he wouldn't have to find out that his wife was dead. With Maud's body still in the kitchen, Ed went outside with his rifle and waited for his grandfather to get home. As soon as he pulled up, Ed cocked it, took aim, and fired, finishing the grisly work that he started inside. Even the most veteran officers in the force are shaken by the brutal murders because here's this big, strong boy. I mean, he's nearly 6'4" at just age 15. He's smart as a whip and calm as can be while he explains the rationale behind doing something so terrible. They arrest him right away, and since Ed is a minor,
Dude, smell it. I promise. It smells like incense. It smells like how your room smells after you burn incense, but not like the smoke.
But they realize that this kid and his crimes are way out
It's
of
like the male version of
It's
my
just
perfume.
unfathomable to the justice system at the time that a child could commit crimes like this. So they turn him back over to the adult branch of California's legal system.
Was trying a minor as an adult like a thing back then? Like, yes, I guess he's like a big kid, but he's still 15. Like, it seems not okay for him to go to like a regular prison.
No, I don't think they were planning on putting him in regular prison. According to the Billings Gazette, back in September of '64, the first thing they do is sentence Ed to an indefinite term. He's then given a psychiatric evaluation
do a
and
podcast.
diagnosed as a paranoid schizophrenic. But the judge, like everyone else, considers these murders to be just beyond comprehension. And so instead of sending Ed to a typical juvenile facility, and they're definitely not going to send him to an adult facility, he's actually sentenced to Atascadero State Hospital, which is a maximum security mental institution for the criminally insane. After he's locked up at Atascadero, doctors, psychologists, and law enforcement all remain kind of fascinated by Ed. I mean, he stands out. Well, he literally stands out because, like I said before, he's a big guy and still growing. But he stands out because he's also super well behaved and still so smart. Like, really, really smart. Doctors give Ed all sorts of assessments and IQ tests, and he registers at near genius levels. According to a former FBI agent, John Douglas, in his book Mindhunter, Ed gets so good with the test that the hospital authorities let him look at the test, and even they let him give the test to other inmates. Like, this guy is literally giving psychological assessments to adult male sex offenders. Him, this like disturbed teenage boy.
Oh my god.
I know, I mean, to me that just seems so out of line. Now, Ed's behavior while he's incarcerated leads some of his doctors to question the paranoid schizophrenia diagnosis. They keep studying him and reevaluating him, and Ed, because he's so bright, is able to figure out just what they want to hear. Remember how we kind of talked about this in our Rodney Alcala episode too, how he learned to appear sane and rehabilitated in front of the parole board so that he could go free?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much exactly what Ed does. And to me,
It's
this
very
is a
easy to
big
figure that
sign
kind of
how
stuff out,
dangerous
though.
he really is, because not only does he now have access to these evaluations, but he's using the information within these to get his diagnosis reduced to a personality disorder with passive aggression.
Right.
Well,
he's
then he
figuring
deserves to
out
go to
how
prison,
use
not a
the
mental
He's
hospital.
totally gaming the system.
And passive aggressive, he murdered 2 people in his own family. Like, there's nothing passive about that.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think that, right? I mean, he very actively killed 2 people. But the penal system out in California at the time is more focused on rehabilitation and not necessarily punishment for what you did. And with Ed being so young and being such a model prisoner, they look at him almost like a success story. Their rehabilitation strategy is working. By the time Ed turns 21 in 1969, his doctors are so impressed with the progress Ed's made while incarcerated that he's released from the mental institution on parole in December of that same year. Even though his doctors advise against it, Ed goes to live with his mom, Clarnell, in Actus on the Pacific Coast in Central California. This is about
I would
180
not let.
miles
I'm
away from
sorry.
where he lived with
No.
his grandparents in
I love you,
North Fork.
but you can't
And
live
on
in my
the
house,
outside,
baby.
everything seems like it's going great. Maybe he was rehabilitated. The city of Santa Cruz nearby is a university town with plenty of educational opportunity. And Ed's mom actually works at UC Santa Cruz, and so she gives Ed a parking pass. So he's on campus a lot, and he sees plenty of co-eds out hitchhiking. Now, mind you, he's still on parole, so he's still under law enforcement supervision, but as far as they can tell, he's taking it seriously and behaving himself. According to an article on biography.com, he starts going to community college, but when that doesn't really work out, he actually applies to be a state trooper. Ultimately, Ed actually gets turned down for this, and not because of his criminal record, which they don't actually know about, but because of his sheer stature. Apparently, because he was so big, that was just like a no-go, which I didn't realize was a thing. But by the time he's done growing, Ed is a whopping 6 feet 9 inches tall and about 300 pounds. Yeah, like he's a giant dude, and that's outside the state's physical requirements. Truthfully, I don't even know that they got far enough to look into his criminal record, or if they just kind of take one look at him and they're like, yeah.
We don't have a uniform that fits, yeah.
Yeah, you're too big, buddy. But either way, he doesn't take it personally. And the local law enforcement in Santa Cruz actually becomes pretty fond of him because they all end up hanging out after work at this same bar, this little place called the Jury Room. And to the cops, he's just Big Ed, their friend, the gentle giant. After getting turned down by the California State Troopers, Ed gets a steady job working for the California Department of Transportation doing road construction. It's good, solid work, a steady paycheck, further vindicating the parole board's belief that Ed's making great progress and he really is now a valuable member of society. They're so confident in him that his record actually gets expunged in the fall of 1972. And there's actually this letter of recommendation from his psychiatrist, and I mean, I think it's actually kind of incredible here, but I'm going to have you read it to everyone.
If I were to see this patient without having any history available or getting any history from him, I would think that we were dealing with a very well-adjusted young man who had initiative, intelligence, and who was free of any psychiatric illnesses. It is my opinion that he has made a very excellent response to the years of treatment and rehabilitation, and I would see no psychiatric reason to consider him to be of any danger to himself or to any member of society.
So as you can see, everyone from police to mental health professionals are 150% confident that Ed's cured and ready to live a happy and productive life. Meanwhile, though, the city of Santa Cruz, near where Ed's living, is suddenly rocked by unthinkable tragedies. There's nothing quite like the feeling of an upgrade when you're traveling. Well, as a T-Mobile customer, you can take the perks with you, whether you're going on a weekend getaway or a dream vacation to Italy. Working, so I'm not out restaurant at T-Mobile. October is the season for wearing masks, because masks should be for health, the license there. Starting in the fall of 1972, the Santa Cruz police suddenly
Busted by the mama.
murders and
Finnegan.
disappearances their
boy.
sleepy beach town
Thank
into a
you.
hotbed of horror.
Oh,
As
no,
far
way
as
over
police
here
can
where the
tell,
floor's
it starts
cool,
in
Mom.
August when a skull turns
What's
up in the
that?
Santa Cruz Mountains.
It's a cool
Police
floor.
used dental records to identify as belonging to a 19-year-old college student named Mary Ann, who'd gone missing from Berkeley nearby with her friend Anita. With Mary Ann's skull and no trace of Anita, police are forced to assume the worst about what happened to these two young women. Then, in the middle of September, a teenage girl named Aiko also goes missing from Berkeley. According to the Oakland Tribune, she disappears while she's waiting to catch her bus into San Francisco for a ballet class. So with Anita and Aiko missing and Mary Ann dead, Santa Cruz's concern turns into a full-blown nightmare by mid-October. And it begins to escalate on Friday the 13th, when a homeless man named Lawrence White is found dead after being beaten to death with a baseball bat. That same month, a young woman named Mary is declared missing after she doesn't show up for a job interview. Then, in early November, a priest is beaten and stabbed to death in his own confessional booth. Both the
Jesus,
public
he's really
and
on a-
police are
on a
beyond
tear,
shaken
huh?
up by this.
Yeah.
In part because at the time, I mean, this is the early 1970s in the United States, statistics said that 95% of murders weren't premeditated. Most of them happened as a result of fights or domestic incidents gone really, really bad. So the type of murder happening in Santa Cruz are just, I mean, incomprehensible to them. The local police have never seen anything like it, and they put out warnings to the public, stuff like, be careful, use your common sense about strangers, don't hitchhike. But the fear within the community keeps mounting. Now, before this, Santa Cruz was a really relaxed place, the type of town where people move to get away from the big city hustle and enjoy life by the ocean. And now suddenly, the whole town is terrified that they might have a serial killer on their hands. The Santa Cruz State Troopers share their fears with their big friend Ed at the local bar, and they lament that they don't have any leads beyond a witness from the church and no way of stopping whoever this person is. As 1972 turns into 73, police don't realize the worst is yet to come. In January, another woman goes missing and reappears in a terrifying fashion when parts of her dismembered body washes up on the shores. According to the Santa Cruz Sentinel, she's identified as Cynthia Shaw, who went by Cindy. Cindy was 19 years old when she died, and she was a local co-ed like Mary Ann and Anita. As if all of this isn't bad enough, on January 25th, literally the very next day after Cindy's head is identified, the killer terrorizing Santa Cruz kills 5 people in a single day, fatally shooting and stabbing 2 families and their young children.
Oh my god.
Oh, and the killer isn't done. 2 more co-eds from UC Santa Cruz named Allison and Rosalind go missing on February 5th. The next day, 4 teenage boys are shot dead at an illegal campsite at a state park just north of Santa Cruz. So that's 2 murder sprees and 2 more missing college students in just 12 days.
At this point, was anybody connecting these 2 sprees? Like, to me at least, the MOs seem so different. But I guess I don't know, like, if law enforcement was using MOs and crime patterns to really analyze these things in the 70s.
So I wasn't able to find anything definitive about this at that exact point in time. Like, I couldn't tell if they thought this was one person, if they
Do
thought it
you
was
want
5
to
people.
put a
But
cushion
you're
down?
right, there's
No,
such
that's
a
okay. I
variety
sort of
of
tweaked my back a
victims
little
here
before
in
we got here,
terms
so
of
it's a little
ages
rough
and
today.
genders and how all the victims are killed. And plus, too, I mean, like I said before, this is a whole different type of murder than anything Santa Cruz police had ever seen before. Like,
Right.
all of this stuff is happening at once. I mean, bodies are turning left and right. Some of them are in pieces. It's a lot by anyone's standards. And whether they thought this was 1 person, 2 people, 10 people, all they knew is that something had changed in their town and it had to stop. But before they could stop it, another set of remains is found on February 12th. This time, the victim was stabbed and dissected. The next day, the police get yet another call about a murder after an old man weeding his lawn is shot in broad daylight. But, unlike in all of the other murders, this time, they're able
I think the
to
guinea pigs
catch
are
the
talking
killer.
to the chicks,
A
but the chicks are
man
just making
named
sounds.
Herb
Mhm.
The guinea
Henry.
pigs are talking back to
And in
them.
a strange
Right.
parallel to Ed back in '64 after he killed his grandparents, Herb's very calm when he's arrested. He doesn't resist, he just kind of willingly goes with police. So So police get him in custody, but before they can officially charge him, the dissected remains come back with a positive ID from dental records. It's Mary, the young woman who never showed up for her job interview back in October. So with this new identification and her being in police's custody, police are obviously kind of desperate to tie him to all of the missing and murdered people in the area. But according to Katie Dowd's article on SF8's website, the police and the DA can't find definitive evidence that ties him to all of the crimes. And so when they can't make these connections like they want to, the DA tries to kind of deflect the responsibility onto non-local killers using Santa Cruz as basically like the dumping ground.
Okay, so they believe that there's more than one killer, but they don't necessarily want to consent to more than one local person, right?
I think that's what they're trying to say. I mean, I think they wanted it to be him, and they might have even believed it was him, but they didn't have the evidence to prove it.
Right.
And yeah, I don't think they wanted to scare the public to be like, yeah, we have a bunch of maniacs just running around among you.
Of course.
But really, I mean, I think that they knew that it was two separate people. I mean, even if they wanted to pin it on her because that would have been clean and neat, I don't think they could because they noticed something interesting about the technique used in some of the cases. It seems that in some of the cases, there are two very distinct, very different ways that the bodies have been mutilated.
Okay, different how?
So, for the cases where there was dismemberment or dissection, some of them, I hate to say they were done better, but I mean, you know what I mean. Some of them were neater. Like a killer had some.
And some were sloppier and messier and less planned out even.
Exactly. One of them, it almost seemed like someone was a mess and kind of just hacking around. Where in other cases, it seemed like the killer really had an idea of what they were doing. So even after Herb's arrest, more bodies turn up. And these bodies have that very neat and clean style of dissection and dismemberment. Now, this is happening in early March when some hikers in San Mateo County, which is just north of Santa Cruz, stumble upon a skull and a jawbone. Once law enforcement arrive on the scene, they notice that the jawbone doesn't match the skull, but they're able to locate a matching skull nearby when they do a search. The remains are taken back for identification, and dental records prove, yet again, that a killer is still preying on Santa Cruz's co-eds, because the results come back as Allison and Rosalind, the two girls who went missing back in February.
Okay, but if they went missing back before Herb was ever arrested, it still could have been him, right?
So that was my thought too. Again, I think there's like a very clear distinction between Herb's killing and this other person's killings, because for clarification, the ones that they were able to attribute to Herb were those messier, less organized decapitations and dissections. So to me, it's not surprising that we continue to find bodies and bones, but I think there was some sort of like belief or maybe like a naive hope that somehow making an arrest would just mean like, okay, we're done, we're not going to find any more bodies, we can all move on. Except that's not what happens. And the media in Santa Cruz really pressures the DA about this. Like, if you've got the guy, why are people still turning up dead? And his answer is pretty illuminating, I think, because he says, and I quote, "We then have another homicidal maniac on our hands."
Well, obviously.
So on February 17th, Herb is charged with 10 counts of murder for the 9 people slaughtered during the 2 sprees on January 25th and February 6th, and for that guy who was weeding his lawn on February 12th. Even with Herb off the streets, the police and the DA are just at a total loss here. The city feels like it's on edge. No one feels safe, and worst of all, they have no idea how to stop whoever this second killer is. And then, just before Easter, the Santa Cruz police get a strange phone call. One that changes everything they thought they knew about this investigation.
This is a really good episode.
Sorry, okay, because I was like, oh, this one's kind of like complicated.
No, I'm like
So
totally
many
into it.
murders.
I'm super totally, like, this is one I haven't ever really gone in depth on.
Okay, cool.
Which is
And
not
see, they
common that you like
keep it-
picked a good one, because I would never have picked Ed Kemper like on my own.
And the thing is, like, you can tell because like just by them saying there's dismemberment, like obviously there's grisly stuff, but they keep it pretty much on.
Yeah,
They don't.
that's what I
ever,
appreciate. I don't want
like-
to have to hear like the like exactly what he did as he
Yeah.
was doing it. I
Yeah,
just don't want
right.
to get. I have a very very vivid imagination,
Mhm.
and so just keep it to the vague terms. That's great.
How are you doing, baby?
Alright, how about you?
I'm pretty decent. You getting feeling snacky? It's 7:30, so be mindful of your time on doing those last two things today.
Well, how much of this stuff am I supposed to read?
20
the entire
pages.
Bible. Duh.
20 pages, and then that what I sent you to your text today.
Mm-hmm.
You read what I sent you, and it says what to read at the top.
Okay, do I need to do the soap?
No,
What is soap?
that's just like
It's
journaling.
Scripture, observation, application, and prayer.
Oh, I like that.
I'm not saying you never have to. You just don't have to tonight. All right.
So basically, you read the stuff, and then you you write down what verse like popped out, then you write down your observation. You write down how you can apply that to your life, and then you pray about it. Write down a prayer.
Hand me. Excuse
I
me.
freaking love that.
Can you please hand me the charger and the note that's not
That's
being
really
snapped
good
on?
habits to get yourself involved into as from a small age. Like that's really important habit to get involved in. That's great. I'm proud of you, Mom.
Well, it's just something we're just kind of starting. I mean, they've done it before, but I need to be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And then can you slide that chair over to you so I can just set my phone on somewhere?
Bless you.
Thanks. Appreciate
What
it.
book am I reading?
You want to read Where the Red Fern Grows? That'd probably make you the happiest.
I'm not reading.
That makes someone happy.
Well,
makes
okay. I just mean, otherwise,
It'll be boring.
I'd rather jump in a
That is a
fiery
really
pit.
good book.
you want to read the Federalist Papers?
I'd rather jump in a fiery pit.
The Federalist Papers would probably be better for your brain.
I'd rather burn myself with a candle from
Gosh, Matt, not dramatic at all.
No, not even
I
a
would.
drop of drama there. Man, this guy Ian Carroll just gave a list of really good books. I'll send you the list so you can make him
Please
read
do.
them.
Don't give her ideas,
Give me that
please.
first, please.
What, are you kidding? You want to be well versed in this
Tie-dye-
stuff. Coming
tie-dye
into the
first.
world that you're growing up into,
Absolutely.
I
you need to
read
know
books.
these things. Oh, great, but you need to read more.
Oh,
I'm an adult and I read like probably 2 books a week. Like
See,
still
it's
to this
just,
day.
they don't entertain me at all, and I don't mind.
That's because you're getting books chosen for you right now as you're 12,
Yes.
but eventually you'll be exposed to the vast world of books and you'll have money of your own.
It's one of those, I'm gonna go do a good thing. I'm gonna go wash the I'm gonna go do the dishwasher. And
Your
then,
mom should make you
and
read
then,
my
and then
books.
mom tells me to wash the dishwasher. No,
They're
I
sitting
no
right
longer want to
I know,
wash the
I saw it.
dishwasher.
I have this little stack of books that those are on the top of the things that I'm reading next.
I'm gonna get out of here now.
Definitely let me know where you find like mess ups and stuff because I need to know. What is that? Is that chocolate?
No.
Oh, it's caramel. Okay.
But it's like butterscotch.
Yeah. Okay. I've just never seen it before, so I was like.
Because I'll sit here and hit that pen over and over and over and over and over and over. I need
Mm-hmm.
I need to be doing something.
Yeah.
What's that? What rock is in your necklace?
Aquamarine.
At first it looked like a little Labradorite, but then I had it.
Oh, I have
It was-
Labradorite here on the purse. This is Labradorite here.
Well, talk about Labradorite. I've got a huge clunk of it. I'll show you.
Was that the one you got for your birthday one year?
Yeah.
What? Oh. See, they let you know when they have needs. They're just like little kids.
Or does their little heating pad shut off after a while?
I just unplugged it again, plugged my phone in for a while. I was like, they'll be fine for a few minutes.
I've got 3 big clunks. This is my biggest
They'll let you
clunk.
know they're malcontent. Oh wow, that's really pretty.
It got all scuffed up because we put
Yeah,
it in a
no,
box.
that's my tattoo behind it.
Oh,
So you can see.
it's funny.
That's pretty.
I got it as a present, as a gift from
And then this
Dreadlock.
is malachite.
Yeah, I like malachite. You know that never get that wet, right? And touch it. It will leach chemicals and toxic chemicals into your skin.
Good
Don't
stuff.
ever hold it with a
I
sweaty
didn't know
palms. Yeah, malachite and water mixing together equals bad chemical.
What else equals, well, not bad chemical, but decomposer. There's a It's like calcite or something. I forgot the name of it. If you touches water, it just disintegrates.
Yes. So the malachite won't necessarily disintegrate, but it will leach chemicals into you. Like mercury is bad for you. Like those kind of type chemicals.
I got these two.
Oh, wow.
What's that one?
That looks
This
like
is
literally
ever-
like just stones were glued into it, you know?
No,
That's crazy. No, I mean, I know it's not, but it's just like crazy
Almost
how God is crazy. You know that all those things, they all vibrate at a certain frequency. That's why, you know that watches only work because of crystals inside of them?
It's quartz.
That's crazy. And emeralds, too.
I did not know that.
It's literally the only way a watch will work. Because of the resonance, the electrical and resonance and, like, vibration. And it's literally the only way a watch works. Fucking crazy. That's why they're called like, so, you know, like you have 16 gem and like, you know, like the more expensive you get, the more gems you get, the more accurate the time. That's why like more expensive watches are more expensive, aside from like all the fancy gold shit, but like they're just more accurate on their time telling. Freaking, it's crazy this stuff that they're finding out about crystals, how they can, you know, like not only this like the frequency and the resonance and stuff, but this guy had, I can't remember what it's called now, but he shaped the crystal. He literally shaped it into like a 10-sided spear, and then it concentrates the energy. You can literally test it to see the resonant frequency before and then after it's you know, faceted in the way he does it. I can't remember what it's called, but I caught a documentary about it and I was like, what, dude?
Crazy.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. There was a lot, like, things he was doing with it that had an application in science, and like, I think the government ended up hushing him up.
Some of these discoveries are just absolutely insane.
I did not know that a watch did that either.
I didn't know that. Oh,
I didn't either. And like, I mean,
I guess I never even
kind
thought
of
to question it, to be fair. And now that you say it, I'm like, whoa, it's like a whole nother.
opens up your brain to a whole new like way of
all the other things out there that I'm like, oh, what did I not question how that works? Yeah.
Right. Exactly. That's like the thought I had when I was like, what?
So Dad said he's gonna order the tea tree and the lavender for me.
Cool.
Right now I've got the peppermint and the
Eucalyptus.
Yes. Been struggling with that word today. Put it on. I don't smell my hand.
I can smell you from here. You smell really good.
No, you can.
Oh, you smell like peppermint. Is that you? I totally thought, I heard your crunching, and I smelled him. I thought you were eating peppermint.
I stopped and I looked at my sucker like, what the?
No. And it's just a little, it's like a finger on the, yeah, my mom really took the bottle of tea tree. By the way, all I use is like, I put my finger on the top, this, that's all I use, rub it on my hands, right?
Are you putting it full strength, or are you using a carrier oil? You should put a carrier oil in there. Blend it out. So you use like 16 drops of like jojoba oil to like 1 drop of oil.
I just use straight the stuff. That's what my dad does. But like my mom did this. She grabbed the tea tree bottle out of my dad's hands, and she did this in her hands everywhere. Whole cabin smelled like tea tree. I was like, sheesh, like just whole bottle there.
Gotta get that freaking fungus off in the cabins.
Yes,
It's because my legs were itching real terrible, just because my skin's real dry. And John's like, you gotta put tea tree oil. I'm like, no way, that'll dry out. He goes, no. He goes, it'll stop the itching. And second, so I put a big handful of tea tree and like rubbed it in. Stop the itching.
Yeah. It's like the rosemary. You know, I've said this forever and ever and ever, that the cure for dandruff and itchy red scalp is just rosemary tea. I don't like the volatility of the essential oil. I think it's just too much for like what it's trying, you're trying to do on your scalp. But
Maggie makes her own, like she'll boil the
Yes.
rosemary and all
Yes.
that, and then put it in the fridge. And
yep, that's what you need to
spray
do.
it on her roots.
Yep, that's what you need. And if you add a little bit of like rose water to that as well.
I've been hearing rice water too.
Rice water is really good for your hair, yeah. There's like some tribe of women that like have been doing rice water. It's like somewhere in China or somewhere like that. They've been like doing their hair in the rice water for thousands of years. And so they have like super healthy, like foot, to their feet length hair, floor length hair. Heather's still going, you know it. It's that damn work ethic of mine. I just gotta get the job done. I don't stop until the job's done. I will be stopping tonight. I'm spending the night here, so I'm gonna stop in maybe another 2 hours. I don't know, we'll see what I can handle. My feet are starting to hurt a little bit, and I wanna like go to bed early tonight so that I can start first thing in the morning. What's first thing in the morning to you?
The baby's usually up between like 6 and 7.
Oh, okay, good. So like I say, let's start like 8. Once you get him like fed and situated.
Are the kids home?
The smell still has not faded.
Hi, babe. How'd it go?
She was being frustrated in the car.
Did you take her to the dog to the park?
Yeah, for over an hour.
Which park?
Just the one by our house.
That one where we met. What's his name?
Yeah.
So long.
Not your baby one.
Oh.
Oh, I was like, is your hair braided? It's just your necklace.
I saw that too, and I was like, what in the world? Is that a hair necklace? It looked like the same colors too that we were working with. It caught me off guard like a couple of times. I was like, is that her hair?
Where's Stella?
What's Sam? Downstairs.
Doesn't she need like a drink or to go potty?
She went potty like several times outside of the house. She was literally just outside.
Is there water down there?
Yeah. Sam keeps it. She's so frustrated. She would not. I had to get gas, and she would not stop barking, and she like kept trying to get over the seat and get the person who's tracking him, like following him in the car, and like so annoying. I love her to pieces, but sometimes
It's overwhelming.
yeah.
That's what being like a mom is like too. So for real, I feel you so hard right now. The struggle.
I love the sounds of the little chickens.
I know, it's really nice to like, these are the sounds of my like home, you know? It's
Yeah.
actually quite nice.
Should you take some vitamins? Have you been taking your iron?
No, I haven't taken it in a couple days. I forgot about it.
Oh my gosh, Megan.
What?
I have the perfect supplement for you.
What?
Holy crap. It's called Primal Queen. It's organ meats. It's an organ meat supplement. It's like if you are a woman, if you have ever suffered from any kind of hormonal issues, if you have low energy, when I tell you that I feel better.
What's it called?
It's called Primal Queen. I just got an affiliate with them because I love I love it.
How many like
So-
do I take?
If you order it,
Mommy.
Huh?
what's the milligram?
Take one.
200.
Yeah. Primal Queen.
Oh, wait. Yeah, just take one and take 2 vitamin C.
Should I take vitamin E?
Who?
Vitamin E.
Oh, you can.
It's good for your skin. And good for your hair too.
Bone broth collagen. Is this new?
That one.
Should I take 3?
It is so good.
What is that one?
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. The girl who is just talking to me about it on the other day was named Megan too.
Take one and take, what's that? Take one and then take that one that says it's, what's the other one that says beef something?
B?
It says kidney something, beef something, bone broth. What is it? It's like a really big jar. I don't know where it is. Maybe it's inside that bag. Uh-huh. Beef liver.
I can't take B vitamins.
Does it say it's B vitamins?
Yes, it's B12. That's the one I can't have.
I think you could probably have that because it's in the form of liver, but if you're worried,
Yes,
don't.
we can try it. We
No,
have
just
Benadryl.
wait.
We have Benadryl. I mean, if I die, just say good things at my funeral. That's all I have.
I think you should wait to take it. Take everything off first, and then after you eat something, take it.
Ashwagandha, my favorite.
So anyway, that supplement has like the parts of the cow that you wouldn't normally be able to get access to. So it has like the female parts as well, and more than just like your liver. It has like some serious stuff in it. I'm thoroughly impressed at how great I genuinely feel. I was like, oh yeah, it's a supplement, it is what it is, whatever. And honestly, like I really like do not necessarily have to order it through my like whatever affiliate thing, because like I genuinely want you to just try it. Like I
Send
don't
me a link for
care.
the affiliate thing. I might as well.
I just mean that like I'm not trying to like sell
I know.
you.
No, I
you know
got
what
you.
I mean, I don't care
I'm
if
the
you do
same.
my affiliate or
I'm
not.
the same
I want you to
because
try it.
I have those electrolytes.
Mhm.
It's the same. I think they're amazing. They stop my kids' headaches and
I like that there's
all
zero
these-
flavor.
and there's no sugar and they have like all the proper balance of everything. But
Does
if
it
I
feel
tell
salty
someone like
in the
use
water?
this, what's that?
Does it taste salty?
Well, you had it, didn't you?
That's the one you gave me?
Yeah.
Oh,
What are
Really?
essential
Mhm.
amino
that's the
have-
first one you gave me?
And they have all kinds of flavors. I just like watermelon best. I have an unflavored one here, but I don't care for the taste of salt in water, so I don't
Yeah.
really care for it.
Yeah.
But what, babe?
What's essential amino acids?
Amino acids are the building
I mean,
blocks of your body,
yeah,
basically.
You could.
The protein, they convert protein into
One.
nutrient.
Do you think that you can feel nauseous taking too many of these?
Yes.
Mhm.
Because I feel nauseous every time I take any.
What,
I
like
do too.
iron?
Any of them.
I
So-
do too.
So if you get sick to your stomach taking iron, take Hemoplex. It's
No,
food
she's
based.
saying like just swallowing pills.
Too
I do
many.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
I think you should eat something.
Yes,
And
100%.
even if I
Put a
eat
piece of
something with
toast.
it,
Put a
And
piece
then
of
only
toast.
take a few at a time. Like take some in the morning and then take some in the
Yeah.
evening.
You should
That way
take
it
like
sparks it
4. You should take like 4 and then eat a piece of toast and then you can take 4 and wait 15 minutes and then take like 4.
Yeah, even waiting like 15 or 20 minutes will make a huge difference too.
okay. How many essential amino acids?
Just take 1, please.
I think it's like the mixture of like, I don't know. And then I always burp up the flavor of the powder.
Especially, zinc is the one that I burp up. I don't like
I
that.
don't really like zinc or sulfur.
I remember when I was little, when I was living with grandma, she would let me, like, she has all these, like, little pills and things. She takes, like, vitamins, I mean. And she'd always let me take, like, the little squishy ones and squish them.
The vitamin E, that's vitamin E.
Yeah, I loved it.
Me too. That's what's funny. I have that memory of my grandmother as well.
I always thought it was so fun.
I have that memory too. My grandmother would take vitamin E and bee pollen.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the smell of the bee pollen.
She'd always explain to me what they were, too. I don't know, it was always so fun to me. Do we have like yogurt?
I don't buy any.
I thought when I cleaned out the fridge we had yogurt.
Do you still get milk? Good milk?
Yeah, I get farm milk. You want some?
Yeah, I think I want some milk and cookies, honestly.
Do we have a new jar? An unopened jar of milk in there?
Oh, there's, yeah. You want me to open it?
Yeah, because I drink out of that one. That's
I mean, I don't care.
Well,
I drink out of the jug.
Not only that, this one has the cream top, so you'll have fresh.
Okay, sold. Sold. I want milk, fresh milk, so bad. I think I've almost got Adam convinced to get a little Jersey cow.
Aww.
Oh my
I know.
gosh, I would love a Jersey cow one day.
They're just like, just like one cow is like all you need,
Yeah.
The only problem is that in order to get a cow to produce milk, it has to be having like a baby and all.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that's like one thing. But I think that a cow does, like, if a cow has had a baby, does it continue to produce milk like we would if we're continue to be nursed?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's
like,
how I get our milk.
they don't have babies all the time. They just
Right.
are-
Right. I mean, I don't know how often they do, but not all the time. No, they have the babies with them for a short time, and then they do like a separation where they're just separated by a fence while the babies are being bottle fed for the moms. They never cry for the mom. The moms never cry for. I've been there for the farms.
Yeah.
Seen the whole operation. They
I mean, it's like
they hand
they're
milk them
used
pretty
to it.
much. They hand wash their udders. They have like 8 cows.
Mhm.
So
I want to watch. I want to go and watch them one day so that I know what to do. I want to go somewhere that has cows. So if you can, like,
yeah,
Take me with you
next
one
time if
day.
I'm gonna go, or if I know I'm gonna go, like in the near future, I'll give you a heads up.
thank you.
Just
I
once
wanna
in a blue moon, I
definitely
do
check it
actually
out.
need to go out to the farm. It's out in what's that town called, Max? Cheshire? No.
Crow?
It's like out past like Benita, across past
Thank you.
Little Highway, like out towards Triangle Lake, like way out.
Okay, yeah. I can't believe that you go all that far to get milk.
I don't. They bring it like 10 blocks away and put it in a
Oh,
community
okay.
fridge for people who have a membership to that farm.
Cool.
And so we just pick up I drop off my jars and get my
Oh my gosh.
Can I have the open one?
I literally.
Oh my god, so good.
Oh, I broke my nail.
What's your...
Look how long my nails are getting. Some
Mmm.
of
You should get this stuff called hard as nails.
Is it like that bug oil? I mean the bug.
This is nail polish like stuff, but it's clear.
Mm.
It will make your nails
Bug
feel like
oil, Maggie.
For my birthday, I want to go get my nails done.
Okay.
That's why I've been growing them out.
When's your birthday?
The 25th.
Should be 18.
I'm a legal beagle.
Oh my god. Baby's all growing up.
Mm-hmm.
18?
I know. I still don't believe it.
Promise me that you will never throw the fact that you're 18 in your mom's face.
Oh, she's not going to.
Well, you never know. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I wonder. Let me see. Is this basil?
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there go the pigs.
That makes me nervous.
I was just trying to keep it away from the creepy. Want me to put it somewhere else? I was just gonna
Here.
put it right there.
You smell it? You like basil too?
For sure that's not a fall.
No, I'm not sure. Move that cup now.
Man, these sure absorb milk a lot faster than Oreos.
You need a spoon?
Huh, basil, milk, and chocolate chip cookie. Interesting combination. My fingers smell like basil.
Is that? Oh, water bottle.
My ears are ringing.
Uh-oh, why?
That is a guinea pig.
Or the ringing?
Oh.
Oh.
That's really good milk. You can
There's more.
very much taste it, the difference.
That's right. Way better. You want more?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like really expensive, so I don't want to. Because it's like,
Because no one else will drink it.
really? What?
That's not true. We do drink it, but Maggie, but she
Mom,
can have
you're
it.
the only one that drinks it.
Well, I was just gonna say Maisie hasn't been here, and I've been gone, so there's a little bit more right now.
Yeah, I'll drink a little bit then. If
Mhm.
it's like the reason that
And it's so
I
good
don't
for
get
you.
this. Yeah, so I was just gonna say it's like actually it doesn't have been pasteurized and all that shit. It's got all the minerals and all the enzymes.
I get it. They milk the cows, and then the next, like within like 8 hours, I have the milk.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not even that long.
Yep. I want to get my own cow because I very much want to have. So like Adam actually drinks like a gallon of milk a day.
Ooh.
I know. I know. It's quite expensive. I had to buy I bought 2 gallons of milk at the grocery store. I went 2 days ago, and it's gone already. And I go through moments where like, if milk is the only thing in the fridge that's cold, and I'm like, there's a fridge there, I'm gonna like walk and grab the milk and chug a little out of the thing, you know. So I've been drinking a little bit more milk too. So like I'm drinking like a quarter of a gallon.
Did it?
Stop that. I've been telling her all night long.
I know, she has been a really naughty little girl on herself.
She like licks her fur, and she's not a brown dog. A lot of that brown because she never stopped licking.
Mm.
She just had a bath. She has a terrible habit.
So Orly, like my dog, never did licking things, or he never really had like he's never had itchy skin issues or anything like that. But we stayed at my friend Hannah's house for a couple of weeks, maybe like a month before I transitioned to Adam's. I just had to get off my property ASAP. But their dog all of a sudden started like itching at her butt and like ripping the hair out until it bled and stuff. And then Orly had that happen. So I mean, he's had like kind of a sore, like that area is like sore still.
Like a hot spot.
Yeah, but it doesn't really seem to itch him quite as much, and he's not like ripping his hair out.
Put tea tree on him.
So the thing is like he cannot actually lick himself. So he can rip the hair out, and he can force himself into a, like, if he pushes up against something like this, he can like, you know.
Yeah.
But he's very stiff. He can't like lick his own ass very well. So yeah, I was gonna say like I put most anything on him. But last time I put some kind of like anti-itch stuff for humans, and it made him very sick.
Mm.
I know, I felt bad. I felt bad, but I was like, you know, why'd you lick it?
Issa, no.
Busted.
Stop that.
I literally can't help it. I'm so itchy. That like the staring, the blinking one eye.
Just to make sure I wasn't going to break eye contact.
That's
go back to
that's
the business.
100% what I thought that was. I was like, she's making sure
She's
that
like,
you're
are
not turning
you
away.
for real? All right then.
So you're gonna just watch me then, huh? Oh, okay, I guess I'll stop and hope you quit paying attention for a while.
My new phone, Mom, has like an app that I can't delete. It's called Gaming Hub, but every time I download a game, it goes straight into that.
Mm.
So I can't even remove like
Ask John about it.
the game and put it on my front of the page. Because I forget about my games that way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Ask John.
Set a timer for your Sims.
Add it to my schedule.
Mm-hmm. I'll send your mom the link so you can join my little family club thing, and then we can go on raids together. We can fight monsters.
I'm so excited. Honestly. Like,
I'm excited that you're playing. Like, honestly, like I'm like, this is like I expected to like have a long search ahead of me. You know what I'm saying? But like I just like, bing, right in the bullseye. I hit a target. You know, like the first try, first time talking about the game to anybody, and like.
I mean, I've heard so much about it. And
That's
like
kind of where I've been too.
I've only played like the regular Sims.
Mm-hmm. Have you heard of the League of Legends or whatever that it's called? The game that like everybody talks about. It's kind of like
My
a
son
Sim
plays
City
that
game
one.
too.
Oh, now Jolie plays?
And they have one that just came out. It's like the League of like I don't remember, but it's like ancient civilizations. So you could be like the Mayans. You could be like Chinese, Asian. Like it's a multiple different like ancient civilizations or whatever. It's pretty cool. League of Civilization, I think is what it's called. Or something like that. But I saw that commercial and it had like really cool like graphics, like looking like it looked like their transitions weren't just like, you know, it's like a whole actual thing happening. So it kind of piqued my interest.
Oh my gosh, it just gave me the choice of having a park. I'm so excited.
Is it the park with the little umbrella? Is it they're gonna give it to you for free or do you have to buy it?
I have to buy it for 4,000 coins or something. It's kind of cute though.
It is cute. Wait till you unlock the beach.
The beach?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the coast. Make sure that you do not make the mistake of putting your like sequestered part of town, you know, like the sewage and all that. I was talking about how you want to keep that away from, you know, your like where your people live. Make sure that you don't put that near the beach because you're gonna want to have your expensive homes near the beach. I did that. I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna put my like services in the bottom left. Come to find out that's the beach area. So I had to like sit here and like move every single one of them across them.
Oh, they're in the like where you start out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, where you start out. So if you like scrolled like south, you can see the code. You might not even be able to reach it yet because you might have the expansion. You might have to like expand one place before you can see the beach.
I see the beach there.
Okay, so just yes, exactly. So just make sure that you do not build your residences down here, and then put your sewagey things up there. Wow, you're doing like cool stuff. I don't even think to do that kind of stuff. I just built like a street grid. Like it's like it doesn't make any sense. There's no like it's not like, you know, all the same. It's like it's a fucked up grid. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna have to. I'll exchange cities with you before I leave. That's for sure. I'm gonna quit. Are you gonna be up at like 9?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I hate that. I mean, I guess it's not that slow. But like the.
Yeah, it is. It's slow. It is slow. But that's the point. They want you to pay. Yeah. They want you to be so frustrated by the slow that you're like, just pay $20.
Yeah.
This one time, and then it's never that one time. It's like, oh, I paid $20, I'll just do it again. And then next thing you know, you spent like $500 on a free video game. It's called freemium. There's a whole episode of South Park about it. You should watch it.
You're old enough for South Park these days. I don't like to pay money for video games. If they do that, I just delete it.
I know. Same. That's why I haven't like ever played any of those video games before. Yeah. But like this time I'm gonna be a good girl. I gave myself a budget. I have a limit. I will spend a little bit of money. I'm okay with that. But I'm okay with spending as much money as I would be okay with like throwing away on a lotto, you know? So it's only like $20. That's it. And I won't go any higher than that. Once I hit $20, I will not spend any more.
I spent 99 cents once on a little pack for Heyday. And then after that, it was like asking me to pay like $10 and $15 more.
Oh, I spent money on Heyday.
Yeah. She wanted the goats
It's
with
like
the
literally
funny
the
hat.
only game I've ever played too.
What is it?
Heyday, it's
Yeah.
like a farm game. It's
It's so cute because you build your little farm and you feed your little pig. If you don't feed your pigs, they're turning into these little withering away. Like all the creatures will start to get sad if you don't feed them, and so then you grow your crops and you feed them, and they turn these big, fat, fluffy. Or you like shear the sheep, and they're these little skinny, naked things. But the further you progress, I know this isn't the whole point of the game, but this is the point I liked, is you can buy like little like outfits for the creatures, and so. Like the goats, you can like upgrade to get like party hats. You can start like planting gnomes in the yard and like doing all this cool stuff. But
it's the type of game you have to be very patient with.
Yeah.
Because the levels take a long time to get to the goats.
It's just like, I'm not waiting to get to the goats.
Well, what's that? And I was like, well, how much stuff do I have to buy just to get the party house? And they're like, it doesn't work like that. I'm like, ah! You know? I played it for a couple months when I was pregnant, and then I was like, man, I'm done.
There was a game that came out, I think this had to be in like 2012 or 13, maybe 14, probably 2014. But it was the Family Guy version of like those types of games, the like Family Guy cell phone game. And it was like before they figured out that if you turn your Wi-Fi off, or you turn your internet off on your phone, and then you automatically change the clock on your phone.
Yeah.
So you just go into the future.
Huh.
So you can make the game think that all that time's gone by because you manually changed your clock on your device, and now
Wait, that's kind of smart.
Yeah, I know, but they made it so you can't do that anymore. I know. And then I got banned from the Family Guy app because they like caught on to what I was, whatever.
Dang.
Whatever. That was like the last time. And then like not even like, I think maybe while I was playing, I can't remember, but that's the South Park episode about those kinds of games came out right around the time that I was playing that Family Guy game, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, that's how they get you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they get you. What the hell?
She had like a facelift type. She had
Ugh,
work done.
not worth it. Do you really trust someone to cut you up like that?
She also looked terrible. But I've not ever seen one that looked that terrible. It did not look like that.
I mean,
whatsoever.
I've honestly.
Have you seen the twins? Like the, what are they called? The Stokes? No. They're the twins that got plastic surgery and look really weird.
No, I don't.
There's a few of them that are like obsessed with plastic surgery, and they try to like look more identical or like do like weird things with them. Oh my god, dude. The world is full of people who just really truly want other people to know who they are. It's very weird to be a person who people know who you are, like as even a small potatoes content creator like me. Like, I'm not motivated by like likes and like views, essentially. Like, I'm not making my stuff with the thought of like, oh man, this is gonna get so many views, that's just not it. So I don't do stupid things for views, and when there's drama, like, I don't want to be involved. You'd think but these people like chase that stuff down. Like it's kind of like how in the early 2000s, it's funny because it's always Trisha Paytas, but in the early and mid 2000s, there were people who just would be on every reality show. That was Trisha Paytas. She was on every reality. She was on My Strange Addiction.
Really?
Yes, it was weird.
Oh my gosh, wait, I've seen videos of that.
Yeah. So, but it's just like, it's all fake. It's not reality.
Yeah.
It's reality TV. And so, that it's the same thing. Now, content creation is exactly like basically the same thing. It's like all the people who desperately wanted to be on a reality TV show who were like, oh man, I should have my own reality TV show.
Yeah.
They just created a TikTok and started going live. Haha, we got you.
Okay, look. Like, so I built. You have to. So this is all empty land.
It's literally just
And you
like
build
SimCity.
But look at these cute little turkeys.
Look at your
chickens.
cheeky butts. Oh
And
my
so,
god, they have
like,
pumpkins.
I want to collect their eggs, so I go around and take their eggs.
Did you log back into your hay?
And now they're hungry because I took their eggs. Now I
Oh,
gotta
they're
feed them.
exhausted.
Now I feed them. See, but now, look, I got, goes the little witch cows.
Witch cows.
So
Oh, it's
these
Halloween
pigs-
themes.
Right. So these pigs need to be, this is how you get their bacon. You steam them.
You're steaming your pigs and getting
Yeah.
bacon from them? Oh my god, now they're all
And
skinny.
now they're real hungry. See? They're like pointing to their mouths.
Mm-hmm.
Super
And during
dramatic.
Christmas, they do like an advent calendar.
Oh, now they're mummies.
So,
They do an advent calendar.
Yeah,
got sheep.
so like you can collect every day.
shear them, and now they're naked.
My gosh, Mom.
See?
I can't believe you downloaded it again.
I didn't know.
She's already on her phone. Are you kidding me?
And then, in order to do all this, this is where you make your chicken feed. You come over here, you cut your crops. Whoops. Come on now. There we go. And all that collects into the
Mhm.
mill, and then you can come over here and make your bread and stuff. So, yeah.
I love that you're playing a homesteading video game.
I know. Oh my gosh, get me off of this. Stop me. Yes, I want to quit the game. Gosh, I haven't played that for like.
That's so funny. Like, I didn't even, like, honestly, like,
You see how it could be addicting because you can make all these cute little animals.
it's like funny because like it's like my actual real life, you know, that well it's not as like there's not infrastructure. I don't have cute barns and like, you know,
But the
bales of
homesteading
things.
life.
But yeah, but just like, okay, so like I gotta go do animal things. I can't wait until the setup is better. I think that probably that once that we get like situated, that we'll probably relocate. And I'm really, really hopeful that Adam and I can like come to this like perfect place where he doesn't ever want to have like sex with me and like or have any kind of like further relationship with me than, you know, where we like can we be partners, teammates, and he can still do whatever he wants with whomever he wants. He can get prostitutes if he wants to do that. I don't care. Do whatever he wants. Don't come to me for that. But I will do everything else that a wife, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But just please, just go get that from someone else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, go somewhere else for that, or you know, you could marry someone else. I don't care. You don't need that. But I really think that this could be like the best arrangement ever. Also, I read a tarot reading this morning, and it was basically explaining my exact situation to me with like this crazy friendship and how it's like it's just anyways. I really hope that it works out.
I do too, Heather.
I think that it will because Adam's not a woman. And so
he
there's
already
no
hasn't acted like he wanted anything from you.
correct.
So.
Exactly.
He's probably like, as long as you don't disturb the way he does things.
Right.
Sounds like you guys pretty much.
I mean,
do your
he
own thing, and that's
honestly,
good.
my cat is like really like earning my keep. The cat, he's never, or he does have cats. He has had cats. He's got lots of experience. You know, he just doesn't want to deal with it. He's got 5 tiny dogs, Chihuahuas, but he hasn't had a cat there, other than his ex-girlfriend's cats. And his ex-girlfriend's cats are those kind of cats that are just like they piss on everything, and they're just like, ugh, fucking cat. You know those cats? I don't I've never had one of my own. But I've seen other people that have had cats like that. Like I've seen asshole cats before, but I didn't know anything about it. But personally, but I guess her cats were assholes, so they didn't really do anything other than piss on everything. So Money, my cat, she shows up, and like the first night we're there, she escapes. So I like let her. I guess I was like, okay, you're having free reign. I woke up the next morning and there were like 3 mice on the front patio, and then there was a mouse on his front step too. So she's getting every single night. There are at least
There's
2 or
happening.
3. It's everywhere. Like it's barbaric. Mice, rats, voles. I didn't even know what a vole was.
Aren't those tiny little mice things?
They look like tiny little mice. They look like tiny little moles. They're like a mole and a mouse combined.
Oh, I think I've seen those.
They have like the nose kind of a mole and the feet of a
Yeah.
mole, but they're teeny weeny. I mean, maybe that she's only getting a lot of babies too, because she's decimating their fucking population. But yeah, Adam, every time he sees her, he gets all excited. He like smiles. He's like, what a good girl. Yeah, she's really earning her keep. It makes me happy. I even asked him this morning, I was like, so like, you know, money is making this all worth it, huh? All the chaos and chickens.
And chickens.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how my dog's doing over there.
Is he good to her? Him?
Hmm?
Is he good to her?
The
And
dog
to
is
him?
Adam good to the dog?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. He's probably doing more treaty things than I would. He's probably laying on a couch right now in air conditioning. Whereas if it was with me, he'd be like in his kennel, you know, like in bed for the night. Until I get my bed up off the floor, I cannot have him. Like, it's bad enough I'm sleeping on the floor. I'm not going to literally slay with dogs on
Yeah.
the floor.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Like, there's a limit. I draw the line somewhere. It's hard to find, but I do have a line there. Yeah, and he like steps on the ground outside, and there's like lots of grasses stuff. It's dewy. It's very dewy there in the morning, and so his feet
You
are
know,
always.
tromping all over your stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but no, I don't even like my kid touching my bed after it's time to get out of bed. You know, my sheets are like my inner sanctum. You know, once you get out of the sleepy time, then we seal that thing up and don't touch it. Keep your dirty body away from my sheets.
Gosh, I don't want to use Sims Cash. Rude.
Don't waste your sim cash on speeding things up. Save that sim cash for when you have to buy stuff. Like when you actually are gonna have to use it to progress the storyline, you know? It's better to build it up as much as you can. Don't like be frivolous with it.
I actually spent 2 of my little Sim Cashes. I was very upset. I feel like I make so many like things in the factory and then they go away so quickly.
They do. They do. And then when you get your next factory, your upgraded factory, you need like one of these and one of those to make one of those. So you got to make sure you have your wood and your cinder blocks and your metal, you know, like jars or whatever the hell it is, all to make a shovel.
Mm.
So it's 8:30, Megan.
Mm-hmm.
We can stop after this one.
Okay.
And we can resume in 12 hours, or I can like try to shoot another one out and we can stop at 9.
It's entirely up to you.
No, it's entirely up to you. You're the one in pain.
Oh. Let me get up and stretch my back and get out of these tight squeezing my abdomen and pants.
Okay.
And then if
I mean, by that time, then
If we
it'll be
both
like
feel-
closer to 9, so let's just quit.
okay,
And then we'll just start again in the morning.
that's fine. The only reason I hesitate to not do more when Archer's in bed is because Archer's in bed. But I'm tired and you're tired, so it's just like it's a you know, just one of those situations.
Wait, what?
I said the only reason why I hesitate to stop is because Archer's in bed.
Oh, he's sleeping, yes,
Right.
and you want to try to like knock it out as
but
much
also
as possible.
I'm exhausted and I'm sure your hands are getting tired, so it's like
I just wish that I had started at 8 o'clock in the morning. So it would be so much better. Tomorrow is, you know, we made good progress, and today was just really a kind of let's get their foundation set up and let's get like everything prepared. And like this was kind of like an off the cuff thing, like for real, because like I honestly didn't know I was coming here today until yesterday evening when I read your text message. And I was like, oh yeah, tomorrow. Shit. Okay, yeah. Playing it by ear. everything works out. That works for me. So, and then like I wasn't even like really thinking I was going to spend the night. And I was like, well, I definitely won't spend the night if I don't bring these chicks with me, because they will be in that tent all alone. And I have to do like things in order to prepare for daytime and nighttime. Like it's a tent, it's in the middle of the sun, and there's no shade on my tent. So in the morning by like 9 o'clock, I have to have the little zippy window open, and I have to open the 2 flaps in the front to make sure that the screen is all open, so there's a little bit of a breeze. But if the fan was on and the windows were open, by this time right now, it's like 45 degrees in that tent. So it would just, the babies would have died. And there's no way I could have run the heater all day because it would have melted my tent down. It definitely would have started a fire if I tried to leave the heater on, that's for sure. Tomorrow, after you're done, we're going to dunk your hair, the bottom of your hair in water so we can activate the curls. It's going to be so pretty.
Oh yeah, to boing it up.
Yeah, well, because they're just like frizzy curls, like, you know.
Because they've been.
But yes, they will.
They've been traumatized.
They'll activate. And the ones that are going to be up here, because of the way your hair is, they'll be smaller dreadlocks up here, whereas they're a little bit larger. You have less hair density down here in this area. So these are, when you look in the mirror and obsess over your hair for the next, before I finish, don't go, oh my god, the sections are a little bit bigger than I wanted, because these are going to be a little bit bigger, because these are in the bottom area and there's very little hair here. But right here where you got the majority of your hair,
They don't feel all that much. They don't feel all that huge to me. Really.
Well, they look huge to me. It just, because I
mean,
they're not.
Is it still going to be as full as it was the last time we did it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I said, there's like already like 7 or something here, so there'll be like 8, 9 in this little area. I think that like that's without this whole row. So there will be a whole other 3 here. So yeah. I just don't want. I know how you are.
I wasn't even gonna look at it.
Okay.
Tonight,
Well, so
honestly.
I just know how you are. So I didn't want you to be like,
No,
Trust-
I just want. I mean, obviously, I want more dreads than not.
Yep.
Because my whole thing with the dreads is because I
You
want
want
my head
full
to be
hair.
Full. Yeah.
Yes,
Totally.
I know. You want the exact same reasons I want dread.
But you pretty much always bust it out like, oh yeah.
I promise you, the end result will be exactly what you want.
And I'm
Just
I wasn't even gonna look at it.
Okay,
Honestly.
good.
Just
Don't.
because, yeah.
Just trust the process.
Yeah.
Look at how much growth you've done.
See, I'm getting
I'm
there.
so proud of
I'm
you.
getting there. It's
I'm
only
so
taken
proud
the
of
better
you.
part of 10 years.
Well, listen, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get
Long
there.
as I get
as long
there.
as you get there.
Are you hungry for anything else tonight, Heather?
Mm-mm.
You sure? So what I'm gonna do?
So I was just gonna say is I could really totally sleep out here. I don't want, if your baby is in the bed, like just you do your thing.
Because he comes. I mean, not a lot, but he'll come into the kitchen in the night. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and get it situated for you. I can just bring his little bed right across the hall to Maddox's room, and I 9 out of 10 times fall asleep on the couch anyway. So it's not like I'm not used to being in there.
Okay.
Excuse me,
All right,
baby,
well,
because then you'll
that
have some
works for me.
privacy.
I mean, I don't really need privacy. I
But-
just don't want to be like,
But maybe.
bothering your people while they're like walking around and stuff.
Oh no. Are the chicks gonna be okay there?
As long as I will, yep, nothing will be able to kill them either. Yes.
No.
No, I was just reassuring myself that I was like, yeah, nothing
Oh,
will be able
yeah.
to kill them. So yeah,
Oh, no.
they're fine. This right here should be sufficient.
The color is cool though. I like how it.
It literally is really good. It's doing all the things we wanted, that's for sure. All the things we'd hoped for. Where's that other towel at? Perfect.
Okay, so what am I trying to do? Okay, Max. Actually, can you put this over there, please, baby?
Where?
Please.
Oh, look at that. It's chicky doo doo bedtime.
Oh.
I cannot believe how much hair this is. This is like seriously like, this is what Elliot's ponytail would be like, honestly, if he had a full ponytail. This is full on Elliot's hair. This is Elliot's texture and everything.
Max, here, let's do this. Let me get the.
Do your hand roll it like this. There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't roll your
Yeah.
hair up with it.
In little circles like that. And we can get the vacuum over here. See, look at that. And then it folds it up. It'll burn your fingers if you're not careful though.
No, I have a vacuum. Don't hurt yourself.
No, but if you don't do it before, the vacuum's gonna get all tangled up in the vacuum. And you ruin your vacuum. And this is like way easier. Because you did it all. And it's like gum too, like once you get a ball going, it'll all start to
That's
stick
good
to
enough.
itself.
Don't do all that. Goodness.
What do you mean?
Oh, look at
I
those. You
told
do the
you.
magic freaking.
All right.
The vacuum won't do this. You would have never got that. Also, I have animals. Your carpet's not dirty to me. I live in a tent.
Touching a dirty carpet is like, no, don't bother me at all. You know? It's the cleanest thing I've probably touched all day. Okay. Or do you have like counter jumpers?
Like cats and stuff.
Like, are they gonna like knock shit down? Should I be like kind of preparing this for the night, or is it okay to just leave the spread?
You could put like a towel or something.
Okay, I will fold this in half. It's kind of why I was asking.
Cause like Troy will get up on the table and everything.
Okay, yep, that's exactly why I asked. Nope. She's under 18.
Oh, my hair.
I cannot believe how good that cologne smells. I still can't stop. I still smell it. Smells so good. Oh, I'm gonna get some for Adam.
Hello, demon kitty.
You guys.
Baby. Show me kitty, baby. It feels good, but you don't want to. You want to get down. I just want to get down. It feels so good, but I want to get down.
Cat. He was nursing me, that's why there's wet spots.
Joe, he got separated from his mama too soon.
Good. Yeah, he like nurses like up here.
They're so cute. He's like, is that a nipple? Is that a papa? Is that a papa? Can I have a papa?
I have to grab him by his scruff and like pick him up.
Is that a papa? He's tired, man. He wants to go nice.
Oh, I'm in my room with them
Oh
on in my
my
out.
god, look at how cute he is.
Oh, I'm so glad I don't have one of these.
Oh, she gonna get it.
Beep beep.
Did you see? Did you see the legs?
What happened?
Do it. Keep going. I want to take videos of the kitties.
Got my pinky. Quiet.
Oh my gosh, that was so cute. Little stubby tail. I'm so happy this kitty got loves and is not like dead, being eaten by ants.
That'll be quite cool.
I know. Imagine like what happened to his poor widow tail.
Yeah, that is odd. Hopefully it's just a breed thing, but
Yeah, hopefully it's just one of those Scottish bobs or whatever they're called.
I have a feeling just because I felt it.
Oh, is it feel
It feels
like
weird.
it's been snipped?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's here now, so I mean, you'll be loved.
That's what makes me so happy. You got a second chance at life, little guy. You got a second chance at life, little guy.
And we're sure it's a boy?
Yeah. Got a nutsack.
Yo, we got a nut shack. That'll do. That'll do it.
Like, when you see Short Stray walk past you, then you'll hear.
Yeah, the peaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're horrifying.
The freaking
Briella grabbed them once.
peach knuckle. Yep.
Nothing sounds thirsty. I'm a little bit hungry.
You know what I want? I want a Klondike bar.
There's Klondikes at my dad's.
I want a Klondike bar that has the Heath Bar Crunch on the outside.
There's Reese's Klondike bars.
I don't like the Reese's ones. I think they're too sweet, actually. Yeah, because the ice cream, you gotta have a balance between the two. You know? And if it's that oh, is it called the ice cream shell? The Reese's brand one? Or the Reese's shell? It's just a bit too much. I like the plain shell, but it's dark shell. Oh!
It's not your thing, it's not your thing, I guess.
I'm just gonna put one of these in the freezer. I wish I could. You know what they should make? A microwave for freezers.
People.
Or a freezer for microwaves.
A freezer?
Yeah, that's like you put something in it and you go boop, 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 ice cream.
A freezer microwave?
Yes.
Instead of heating it up, it cools it down.
That's exactly right. Yes.
I'm like, that's called a freeze dryer.
Yes, but that's different because you have to freeze it before you even do
The
that.
freeze dryer is just like make it expand. Like freeze
I
dried
wanna-
candy. Have you ever tried freeze dried candy?
Yes, I have, and it's really good. I want a freeze
I
dryer.
think it's
very bad.
disgusting.
Really, you don't like
I
it?
don't like it. It gets too stuck to my teeth. I don't have a problem with sticky things, but it's like
Yes,
Jolly
it's
Ranchers.
the dry, yes,
It's
it's
very
that
much like
dry,
that.
kind of sticky.
And I don't. It's just too. Ugh.
Anxiety, yes.
I don't like it.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes.
Mm.
Until I was like 30, I would not eat stuff like that. I wouldn't even eat chocolate because it got stuck in my teeth.
Those look so good.
No
those,
popcorn.
those are the ones that you'll just pop the whole thing in your mouth. Just.
I don't really know if you can have coffee, but maybe
Oh,
a
I
piece of that
can.
one.
Trust me.
Maybe a piece of one.
I won't take yours though. I was having 1 cup of coffee every. No, 1 to 2 cups of coffee every day. I was up at my dad's. I don't need it. I just like the way it tastes.
It does taste really good. Okay, yeah, you'll
Like it doesn't. Caffeine doesn't really give me any energy. Just.
You say that now. Here,
I think.
you say that now, but when you get older, you'll start to notice that you get the jitters. The coffee sweats.
Oh my gosh, I get anxiety on coffee.
It makes my armpits sweat, and then I smell like a hamburger shop.
I shake
Onions.
honestly.
Alright, I'm gonna put these in the freezer, and hopefully in the morning they're still there.
What is it?
Oh, you know I shouldn't do this.
No.
I shouldn't take chances with life like that. I'm gonna put these in the freezer.
Broken will not eat them, and the only other people that are here are us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we can tell Samuel not to eat them, but I'm sure that he will not.
I'll hide them with the raw chicken anyway.
Maddie, we can have that, please, though.
Don't let me forget those are there.
Okay.
I'm like half kidding.
You sure you don't want them in the fridge?
Yes.
Yeah.
Plug me in.
Oh, kind of if I want the other half of that now.
Right.
Okay. Tomorrow. Oh, Francesca, let me see your hair. So, this is what we're dealing with. I don't want to say dealing with because her hair is really beautiful. You have the exact same texture hair as my Aunt Holly. I can literally, like, it's identical. It's crazy. But so this is her hair, how her hair is. This is the length of all of her hair. And this is what we are doing. And so naturally it's going to take a while. So I've been working since, I'd say probably like 4 hours, 3.5 hours, probably of actual straight labor. So however long that is, let's say 30, let's see, 3, so probably like 20 minutes per dreadlock. Yeah, I would say like 20. Okay, thank you. So yeah, like 20 minutes per dreadlock. And then because of the texture of hair that she got, like we had talked about it, and I was like, oh, you should get curly hair so that way when you have your tips, you know, they're spirally, you know, mine are natural, so like, you know, it's different, but you know, they're like really ringlet. You have really nice length and ringlety tips. So she got this curly hair and it is perfect. It's been spiral permed or something, I don't know, but it's perfect texture. This curly hair, and I'm very excited to see what her tips look like once I'm done, once you activate the curls with some wet, you know, some spritzing or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's so cute. I want him and my monies to have babies. I want to introduce our cats, and I want their babies. Oh, the baby. All right, guys, I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. And like, I will be starting at probably like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, the absolute latest. So tune in between 8 and 10. Oh, guys, I'm gonna be posting on my timeline here on YouTube. I'm playing Sim City, so if anybody likes to play video games on the phone or is already playing Sim City Build It or whatever it's called, Sim City Build It, please don't hesitate to put your information how we can like link up our Sim Cities, because I want to do raids on the towns near me, and I can't do raids without people, so I need some people. Let's do some raids. I love you guys. Bye.